Sneezing Gran-Gran Giant Dragon Dynosaurrah Part 2 by C.C. Carter. The month seemed so long, for now all the food stamps were gone, the shelves were bare. There was no people food in the kitchen. There was no food there. The telephone was cut off. There was very little heat. Gran-Gran and Zorrah Dorrah were very cold, very hungry, but there was only pet food to eat. Holy Bible. Though her life was a mess, Zorrah did her best to be honorable, to be kind. Zorrah also worked very hard at developing her mind. Zorrah Dorrah did all she could do to learn in school. Zorrah studied very hard, did not act a fool. Zorrah Dorrah was a fighter, would never give up. She went to school daily, tried to learn new stuff. When it was time to show what she did know, Zorrah could answer each question, for she had studied every lesson. Zorrah was not a lazy school geek. She had learned everything the teacher had to teach. Getting closer and closer to eviction, Zorrah Dorrah's home life was chock full of friction. Zorrah Dorrah had no hope. Finally, this was it. Zorrah Dorrah was at the end of her rope. Zorrah sighed. Zorrah cried. Zorrah was in a messy stew. What was the poorest of the poor teenager going to do? Then, Zorrah Dorrah thought. Next, Zorrah Dorrah bought a new magazine about how to save your own self, how to help your own self out. Said the ad, call 004-75-72. We have some very good news. We have some very wonderful news for you. Self-help Holy Bible. Holy Bible. So Zorrah followed her hunch, began to punch the telephone number on her friend Ralphie's phone, who today was luckily home. Zorrah dialed the self-help group at 004-75-72, for Zorrah had decided there was something a teenager could do. dinners were what Zorrah and Gran-Gran learned to cook and pack. They found selling dinners was where it was at. Zorrah Dorrah found out that hard work can turn your life about. When your life is filled with rocks and hard knocks, believe in yourself, do the best that you can to better yourself on your own wonderful native land. Holy Bible. So boys and girls, do not be a fool. Do the right thing, stay in school. With hard work and toil, every grown-up, every girl, every boy, can work very hard and find great joy. Each person must do her or his best to straighten out the mess of their lives. Stay strong, keep struggling along. Forever do not cry, forever do not whine. Do not blame others for what you did not do. Wherever your native land, do the best that you can, for what you do with your life is really up to you. Holy Bible. Town of Lake Bora, delicious dinners for sale. Zorrah Dorrah helped to solve their problems. They were finally winners, for hundreds and hundreds of people bought their delicious dinners. Zorrah's town has grown by leaps and bounds. It is now a very pretty city. After overcoming much drama and much adversity, Zorrah Dorrah went to school at the city's university. Zorrah studied and studied both night and day. Zorrah earned all super grades of A, Lake Bora University LBBU. Zorrah Dorrah sought first the kingdom of God. Then wonderful things were added unto her. Zorrah graduated with wonderful grades of all A's. Through God's love, mercy, guidance and grace, in a fantastic job was Miss Zorrah Dorrah placed. Because with Zorrah there was no more hysteria, Zorrah Dorrah returned to America. Gran-Gran returned to America too, for Gran-Gran was Zorrah Dorrah's sweet granny boo. Hard-working Zorrah Dorrah is now earning plenty of honest money. And Zorrah now takes care of her giant Gran-Gran dragon Dynosaurrah honey. Bad memories have been erased. Zorrah and Gran-Gran have moved to a new home in a quiet neighborhood that has a giant yard and lots of space, and with new furniture, a new car, nice clothing, have they also been graced. Zorrah Dorrah is very successful and her sad tale has now ended. Zorrah Dorrah is doing very well. Holy Bible. Gran-Gran Korra giant dragon Dynosaurrah still sneezes. But Gran-Gran is doing very well, she no longer uses the salve. With her new friends, the cemetery bats, Gran-Gran has long, lively, nighttime chats. Her friends the bats enjoy Gran-Gran's gluey sneezes. The bats think that Gran-Gran's sticky, snotty, gooey sneezes are simply wonderful and wet, rainy, soggy, slimy, springtime breezes. The bats love Gran-Gran. Gran-Gran loves the bats. The bats and Gran-Gran are living proof that everyone can be friends. Be kind to one another even if they are not your sister or your brother. Be kind to each other, especially if they are your sister or your brother. Do not hit. Do not kick. Do not trip. Do not make someone slip. Do not play around in the water. Do not dip. Do not tease someone. Do not try to make someone angry mad. Do not laugh at someone. Do not try to make them sad. Do not bully. Do not grab. Do not jab. Do not stab. Stay away from strangers. Let not them entice you, trick you into a car, and then maybe slice you. Love you one another. Love you one another. Love you one another.
Mm.